Alright, hello everyone, welcome to today's automation stream. I don't really have any plans yet, but of course we can just try and do something. Okay. There have been a couple of new bodies added recently, and I think I want to build a car with some of them. Yes, this one for example looks really cool. I want to build a custom car here, not a replica, even though, you know, and Murcielago would be very obvious at this point with this car body. Also, let me readjust the position of my webcam, because it seems like it's really off. Okay. Gotta wait for a second until Twitch catches up. Okay, that looks better now. So, good. Hello and welcome. We are going to build a mid-engine supercar here, it seems, because that's just what this platform suggests. I will not make this an AMW car. I will make one of those off camera and eventually present it, I guess. But yeah, for now. Yes, okay. Also, let's go back a little bit in time. 2005, 2004, something like that. The McLaren bodies were already available in 2004, really? There we go, 2001. Okay, 2001 is when we're gonna build this car. Wait, what's this do? Ah, I see. Oh, also, we can kind of do the same thing here. Yeah, I'd rather have that, to be honest. And what about the roof? Yeah, okay, good. So, we're in 2001. We're gonna make a supercar. Mid-launcher tunnel, because fuck rear-engined cars. Double wishbones front and rear, because that just seems most appropriate. Let's go for fiberglass on the panels, because they're significantly cheaper than the carbon fiber, and we want to kind of make this a little bit more affordable than, you know, your average Lambo or Ferrari or something. And for that reason, I think fiberglass body panels are just much more adequate here. We are of course going to give this thing a big vent down here. I'm gonna give it a lip. A big grill. Did I say vent or grill? If I said vent, I meant grill. Okay. This doesn't really look appropriate. Which means we're gonna have... Excuse me? Well, let's just remove this. Come back here. Okay. Right. Now it looks better. Good. All we need to do now is press this button. Now we're gonna move on. Hey Tom, I finally made it. Hello! Welcome, Cody. How's it going? Merry Christmas to everyone as well. Like, if I didn't say that when opening the stream, but still, I think these are just kind of the obvious choice, aren't they? Going good, but Merry Christmas. Thank you. Let's take these. Right. Then since we're in 2001, kind of big fog lights inside these vents are certainly something that should be kind of, you know, error correct. So let's put these like in here. Good. And now you know what? Excuse me, I wanted to clone these. There we go. Now what we're gonna do is needs more fog lights, okay? Alrighty, that looks even better. So, good idea. Alrighty, and then let's put a badge like on here. Excuse me. There we go. Oh, now it's too big. And some indicators I think would not be wrong. I'm gonna move these though. Alright, okay. Should we add something to the bonnet? Well, it's not really the bonnet because the engine's in the middle, but let's go with this for now. No, that'll actually hide the badge. I don't really like the way this looks when it's not going all the way, so let's just leave it as is. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna add some vents here behind the window. Not these ones though. Yeah, these ones. What car are you building? It's no replica. It's a custom supercar from the early 2000s. I missed it. Oh, it's okay. Welcome. No. Yeah. Some vents back here. You know what? Let's just leave it like, let's just leave them like this, right? Or maybe not. Right. That is how I'm gonna leave them for now. And do we put a wing on this thing? Do we put a big wing on this thing or not? It's up to you to decide while I'm gonna do the tail lights. Now it being 2001, there weren't really fancy LED style taillights yet, but what there has been, now do a small wing. Okay, I can do that too. Instead we can do something like this, and then cut it off like here in a straight line, and then add a white stripe there. So we're gonna cut this thing off like right there. Obviously, like, when you're looking at this body shell, all cars are gonna look like they're inspired by a Murcielago, and that's not a bad thing. The what is happy? The ass? Yes. Damn it. Let's add a small wing then. A small carbon wing, perhaps. That looks really weird. Why does this look so weird? Is it meant to be placed on top instead? Like that. All the way across. No, not all the way across. Alrighty. Wait. How's this look? No, it's worse. Okay, we're gonna put a badge on here, and I think we're gonna put something in between those taillights. Something like this. And yeah, what we still need is a lip on the rear. We need vents back here and a grill as a sort of bumper. Okay. Well, these kind of... Alright. Looks like the body is not rendered properly yet. It's okay. I mean, you can't expect every body that a community member makes to be like pitch perfect. Inch perfect, I should say. And what about some exhausts like this, perhaps? And then make this a little bit taller. Okay, yeah. Then a number plate. You know what? I don't like the angle of these. I want this to be slightly bigger, and then I want this to be bigger as well. I like the exhaust looks better. So I might have to steal that one. Well, go ahead. Do it. We still need some braking lights, which I think we're gonna put like right in the middle here. Also, we still need indicators in some way, shape or form. Alright. Trying to make this a little bit... okay, good. And then this one goes a little bit further. And now we're done with the aesthetics, I think. Given that this looks like a Lambo, pretty much, or a Noble, I think it needs... right. I'm gonna fix this real quick. Good. I think it's gonna have a V12, kind of for sure. Orange, yellow, green, black. What color should we go for? White. Gray even? No, not gray. Not on a car like this. I kinda like orange. Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, okay. So river drive, and then engine. V12 is kind of out of the question. Let's go for a 4-valve per cylinder VVL setup. And let's make it like a 6.2 liter. Like this. Okay. Titanium conrods, lightweight forged pistons, and yeah. Excuse me. I went for these expensive materials because we want to rev the crap out of this thing. Probably. It is going to be naturally aspirated, of course. There's no turbos yet for V12s. 2001 multi-point EFI. Because direct injection, yes, it's already in the game, but it would be very unrealistic to put that into a car in 2001. And thank you. For the per cylinder setup, this also makes the engine more compact, surprisingly enough. Super fuel. Yeah, super fuel gives it another 100 horsepower, of course. Let's make it like 8,000 for now. Longitudinal headers. Straight flow mufflers. Wait, what? 610 horsepower already? 631. Okay, 641. We got a little bit of valve float. Okay. Let's just give it a little bit more quality in here then. Holy crap, plus 3 points just gave us 16 more horsepower. Streambot makes your heart bleed. Who is Streambot? Who is that? Or what is that rather, I think I should say. 674 horsepower. Can we get to 675? Yes, we can. Alright. 675 horsepower from a 6.2 liter V12 in 2001. That seems like it should be a pretty sweet hypercar for its day. Yeah, let's spend some money on an electric limited slip differential. Top speed is obviously going to be higher than 201 kilometers per hour. More along the lines of this, if I had to guess. And since I love long gearing, especially on V12 supercars, let's just reach 100 kilometers an hour in first gear. .335's rear on the rear should be enough. And sports tires. .19-inch rims. Magnesium rims, I would say. Then 6 piston vented discs up front and 4 pistons on the rear. Fully clad on a tray, and now comes the interesting part. I think we're gonna go for a pretty low pretty low rear wing angle, and some more on the front. I don't think we're gonna need brake airflow, but if we do, we can always add some. Let's go for premium interior and standard CD entertainment. Standard safety should be good enough. And then yeah, to sport. And then we're gonna go tune this a little bit further. Right, and then like so. Okay, so we got a 1400 kilograms supercar. Streambot PC Warrior. What? I don't understand. Alright, okay, so we're understeering heavily, it seems. Which means we're gonna have to... Oh, that makes it oversteer more. We're gonna have to add some wider rear tires, so narrower front. We can't really, like, conceivably go for narrow front tires. Because, like, I mean, it already looks ridiculous enough if a car has 2 45s on the front and then 3 35s on the rear. That looks silly enough. What we can do... Excuse me? Does this not go more towards the drivability side of things? No, the other way around it is. Come on, just stop oversteering already. Look at that! Still not. Come on. Look at how far below the blue line it is already. That's just ridiculous. Why is it still oversteering? You know what? We gotta do something else. And that something else is this. Apply this to the to the trim as well, and then increase the rear tire width until it no longer oversteers. And it still does. I mean, what am I even supposed to do at this point? There we go. The stream bot is supposed to make more people watch your live stream. Oh. Okay. I haven't really heard of that before. Let's just stiffen the rear springs. It seems that apparently helps both drivability and sportiness. No longer to sportiness, but now we get so much understeer upon turning, that is. Okay, let's see what we can do. Thank you for looking it up. Let's try and see if we can actually get a half decent handling curve on this thing. Because so far it looks like the answer is no. Yeah, this one is good for drivability. It's horrible for ride comfort. But that's just how supercars in the early 2000s were. I mean, if they were fast and if they did corner well, they just had absolutely terrible ride quality. Except for the Noble, I guess. First of all, let's see how this thing goes. 3.1 seconds from 0 to 100. Top speed 315. Oh yeah, we're making still way too much downforce on the rear. 320. Maybe go for an active wing. That doesn't help our top speed. 320 is not really where I'd like to be as far as top speed is concerned. Given that the Murcielago has like a top speed of 338 or 340. But look at that acceleration! I just love long gearing when you have big power. Fourth gear up to like 270 or something. Fifth gear already goes past 300 kilometers an hour, and then some. Still in fifth. Okay, now it's shifting into sixth. I think we're gonna give this thing some quality into the aero, section. $329.6, so basically 330. 330.1. Okay. Damn, the deceleration is real. Yeah, it really is. 330 kilometers an hour top speed is certainly nothing to sneeze at for 2001. quarter mile time is 10.74, by the way. That's just nuts. That's about on par with a Lamborghini Aventador, and that came 14 years later. No, not 14. Let's say 11 years later. When did the Aventador come out? Was it 2012 or 2013? I think it was 2012, right? 2012. So yeah, this thing did the quarter mile about as fast as the Aventador, but it did it 11 years earlier. And as we all know, the Aventador is no slouch. Right, so let's see for the detail stats. Running costs are, through the roof, but that is to be expected. Sportiness could be higher, but then again, rather have a car that naturally understeers and has like a little bit lower sportiness, so it doesn't kill our drivers. Okay. We do have brake fade apparently, so let's add some brake airflow. But now still a little bit. It's the rear brakes though. And lol, wait until you review my truck with the top trim. Okay, alright. Now we got rid of the brake fade. Now that you said that, I'm looking forward to reviewing that truck actually. What does it do around the effort track? That interests me. $115 flat. Wow. That's really fast. I don't even know why it's so fast, but apparently track times around the effort track are currently a little bit broken. Because I think like performance cars are too fast now around the track. Unless they were too slow the whole time before now. Like unless calculations were off in such a way that cars always should have been faster than they were. I don't know. Also, just you gotta love those emissions. 501. Yep. Emission regulations weren't as strict back then. They were still existent, but given that you're not, given that this car isn't gonna sell like hotcakes, like it's only gonna sell a couple of pieces a year probably, it doesn't matter that much. So that is a 2001 supercar with a V12, and it has a 2001 V12 M, I should say. There's the 62 12 S48 model. Alright, let me take a drink real quick. That, by the way, is alcohol-free beer. I don't drink alcohol. Prestige 49.1 is also pretty good because of the V12, because of the high top speed, and also because of the V12, the top speed, and also the magnesium rims and everything, the carbon fiber chassis, and it's surprising to me that the Prestige is actually this good because we have fiberglass panels, and they are like the least prestigious panels you can have aside from steel. It does really well in hyper and super car categories. Costs not even 90 grand, huh? Like, of course we're gonna have to give this thing a big markup, like this or so. But still, even that with a 20% markup, even that is still like really cheap for a supercar like this.